welcome back to the channel. We are down at Planet Fitness, myself, got Luke Collins, got Mathew Barry. You would have seen Luke earlier this year, or last year now, sorry, doing his first show after a solid 18 months work with myself. And Mr. Barry was previously coached by myself, then went to another coach, Dave Finnegan, shout out to you. Did a show season last year, did very well. Since then he's come back to myself, so we are doing our first show season together after doing a diet phase in the past. And Luke was going to do like an off season, but then he wanted to do the same show he did last year. Obviously his starting point is a lot better now because he's been living and breathing this for how many months, Luke? 21 months?
21 months there, yeah.
21 months. So he's in a much better starting point to when he was 21 months ago. So he thought, rather than doing a prolonged off season, because he wants to do the same show he did last year, we're going to jump into prep. So these boys are into their second week of prep, so I thought it'd be good to get a video done today, get some training in, go through some training tips with them, get a look at them in their pants later on as well. And then we'll get back in with them later in the prep as well. So we'll take you through push, rotation A, lads. That'll do it. Come out and then roll on the top. There we go. Do two more. We do working sets, so 2 sets. Everything's 2 sets apart from the dumbbell laterals and tricep work. There'll be 3, isolation. Compound shit, obviously you've seen on the plan. Everything's like 2 sets, top set, back off set. We might throw some funky shit in later on in new preps. Like, well, not the back end, but like mid-prep. Like intensifies rest poses and drop sets and stuff. But then the back end of prep, we pull all our shit back. Just go straight sets then. Yep. Got it. Keep them tempos now. Nice control, yeah. Explode out. Squeeze. Good. Good. Little pause at the bottom. Then go. That's him. Good. Every rep same now. Good. Come on. Come on. All on ya. Don't rush on. Don't rush on. Pause. Go. One more. One more. Yeah. That's you. Good. Good. Come on. All on the chest. Don't keep our chest in. Good. One more now. One more. Explode. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Control down. Control down. I got this side. Thanks, mate. Good control right through now. Good. There. Go. All on here, right? Come on. Same reps now. Don't rush any of these, right? One thing I spoke to Mathew about, it was a pendulum set one of the other week. Yeah. About like tempos on reps, where like he's going after the pendulum, and some of the reps or the tempos on the reps were completely different. So he'd start the set with quite control, not bouncing out of it, and when it would start getting hard, I think, the tempo would break down, and then he'd almost kind of like bounce through them. So tempo control is really important in your reps. Don't overdo it like some of the saps we see on Instagram, but at least like a 2 to 3 second negative, and don't bounce out of that hole as well. Little pause, microsecond pause, then go again. Explode, always out the hole in it. But yeah, you got to. Have you seen a difference since we like changed the tempo and stuff?
And I like, say, drop the plate.
Yeah.
But keeping that, it does.
Because it's all on the muscle then, isn't it?
Intensity, like 3 seconds down, hold, and then.
Did you put any of that into your other sessions, exercise-wise as well, with the tempos and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll notice a massive difference, because then you're not bouncing you're not bouncing through the rep, like you're not using momentum to get through the rep. Your muscle is working, even those little micro pauses.
Definitely noticed a difference, even from last week, because I tell you I know, because it took my legs another day to recover.
There we go, mission accomplished. The Old Faithful, the Atlantis Incline, which probably a lot of you love this piece. I know I do. One of the newest pieces we've had at Planet Fitness. Also on the note of Planet Fitness, shout out to Di, because he's got a shitload of new kit coming once again. Some of the flex stuff. But anyway, back to session. Atlantis Incline. I've been running this up, man. I think I'm on 6 plates. It's like 6 PPS last. 6 PPS, so I better fucking do that today. I'll give you an update on me in a bit. But yeah, this is the next one. We're going to hit the chest from all angles today. Incline press, flat press, and a decline. Old school, international, titty day, and it is Monday, so it was only right. Do you want the clips under, or you're right?
I'm alright, yeah. Is it better having the clips off?
Yeah. It's only just because I feel like my mobility is in between. Definitely. I'm in between. I'm old and fucking frail. That's what I am. So I can't get my shoulder back. But I think I'm in between like 3 and 4 on A.
Yeah.
So with the clips going in, it obviously puts it higher at the starting point. But then when I come down, it's lower then.
Gotcha. Oh.
So I can go down as low as I physically can go. But if I start there, it's going to be a bit lower, and it's going to fucking
Makes sense.
I've only got one shoulder now anyway. Yeah, just do ones now. Just we've warmed up from the flies. So as you do now, I'm just bring the reps down.
Yeah.
You working, yeah?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Head on then, don't rush it, bro. Here we go, then. Good. Come on, stay locked in now. Good. Explode out that hole. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. One more. Aggression now. Aggression. Aggression. Come on. Come on. Slow down. Slow down. Nice step, boy. One thing we spoke about in it is chest caving in on the top of your set, on your top of your reps. If you notice, on the last 1 or 2 of his there, especially the last rep, where it was the hardest one, his chest was like highest point right the way through, and then on that last rep, he went like that, which you were doing, if you think back, on the shoulder press. Like with Luke, we didn't know like what he had going on until we dieted it down. And then one thing that was really apparent is how fucking bubbly the boy is in terms of his delts and his chest. Top line, however, a little bit shallow. And then when looking at his training, one thing that we picked up on was that when he's pressing, he was like concave in his chest. So when he'd get to like the top of a rep, whether it be a shoulder press or a chest press, he was kind of rolling his shoulders over and like letting his chest cave in. And then that goes hand in hand with the development of his physique then, because you'll see that because his delts and everything are really powerful, there's a reason for that, and that's because obviously he's letting it all go on his delts on the movement. So one thing we've had to say is let's keep that chest nice, high and proud all the way through. And I think I did a reel on this like a week or 2 ago as well. It's just like keeping that chest the highest point of a movement, especially on obviously chest, but any movement that you do, keep that muscle group the highest point, just so that all tension is on that muscle group all the way through, and then you're going to get most bang for your buck out of it, rather than it going on something which is already pretty fucking powerful on your physique. Like.
Oh. Easy, Jay, come on. Oh. One more. Come on in. Come on. Come on. All you, all you, all you, all you. Yes.
Fine.
Nice.
This session today is like amalgamation of all our sessions, because I got push A today, which is chest, shoulders, tries. These boys are also on it, but they're all on different movements. I'm on different movements, so we've just kind of met in the middle with everything. I mean, the principles are the same for everything anyway. it's very hard. Like when you're coaching someone, like a training plan is a training plan essentially. We're all doing the same shit in here. It's very like, you're not going to get training plans that are super far out there compared to the next client. But what you'll do is you'll look at someone's physique and say, right, okay, they need a little bit more of that, a little less of that, and then scale the volume across the way. If they need more of that, then you put more volume across the week. If they need less of that, or that's a very strong body part, you obviously bring the volume down across the week. So it's one of those, especially at the moment, lots of new gym goers, new guys on plan. They're probably going, oh, you're on the same plan as me, yeah? No, it's tweaked to your physique. Have to juggle the session around a little bit, lads. Obviously January, innit? So we've got like loads of people in the gym, opposed to what it normally is. So both flat presses we were going to use are being used. So we've just slid movement number 4 to movement number 3, and then we'll do that. Does it matter? So some people probably would. To us, nah. It is what it is. It's either that or we sit around, get cold and wait for the machines, and fuck that. Stay upright. The idea is you want it that underneath there. Yeah? Like that lower pec fibre. Yeah. Whereas if we over it too much and press it down, we just think this is like a flat press.
Yeah.
So we want to be hitting that lower.
More upright.
The overhand.
Yeah.
The titties.
All the way down. Yeah, get your stability. Probably go a bit light for this next set. With you know, when you're doing that press, just looking at your side on, right? When you're doing it, your elbows are kind of coming there, right? Whereas you're not getting like full extension on it. So what I tend to do when I'm doing this movement is I'll come up there rather than back here. So I'll come there. So that it just feels like it's more stretched out there. And then as you're coming down, you think of like doing a tricep dip, and you're pressing down in a straight line. With this, you want to be kind of pressing down in a straight line. So that's what's going to hit that lower chest. You're pressing down like that. Yeah. Whereas if you're coming back here and you're pressing there, you go in there. Whereas there. So think of like a tricep dip, slightly in front of you. So the elbow path will be there, rather than down here, like shoulders down, and then there, for where we want to hit. There's a time and a place for us to do that, but with this we want to be down. For 30. And I think
Nice.
Feeling it? Come on, chest up. One more. Come on. Fuck it, we'll just wing it, touch it, and if it feels good, go in, because we're warm now. Like that's the good thing, like in the sessions, obviously you've done your warm-ups. When you're like 4th exercise in, you're already warm, so it's not a case of fucking doing extreme amount of warm-ups. As when you know kind of what weight you're using, do a little touch, and then fucking slam the weight down and then go to work on it. So I know I'm doing 4.5 on this, so we'll just touch and then go. Hey. Yep. Good. Yeah. We know it's hard at the top. Just drive through that top. Little touch, right? Little touch, come on. That's you. That's kind of what happened down here, you know, with the Atlantis incline, where we did 4.5.
Yeah.
and you touched it, and then you said, oh yeah, that's right. Should have just fucking just gone. Because if you think about it, you've not wasted a rep, but there could have been an extra rep in your top set. Explode now, this gets harder for top. Yeah. So always touch like the set before, really. You know, touch that one, and then when you got the working weight, go to town on it. Good. Nice. Don't rush, don't rush. No need to rush. Explode. Come on. One more. Chest up, down. Explode. Yeah, slow. Yeah. Go 3.5. 3.5, lads. 3.5, lads.
Come on. Hold you.
Good. Good rest, Rush. Good. Yep. Little help through the collar. Come on, be touching this. And again. Rinse it. It's the last press now. Last press. Come on. Good. Slow down. Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
Nice. We are on to movement number 5, I think it is. Dumbbell laterals. The boys prefer dumbbells. They got this on their plan, so we go with this. I haven't actually been doing this. I've been doing a normal standing dumbbell lateral or cuff lateral or the Atlantis side lateral machine upstairs. But I'm happy to do this. I was doing this before off season, so it's kind of bread and butter, isn't it? And then we're on to some tries. And then we're going to look at these boys then. Do you want a little update on me?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Luke does his set. And I try and catch my breath and talk at the same time. So we checked in with Carl yesterday for I got 2 weeks left to this push-up. But obviously off-season continues until May, so we still got 4.5 months. But I weighed in at 253 yesterday. Big jump in the scales this week. I actually saw 260 on the scale going to bed, which is mad, because my first show, WBF, with Mike and Issa, on stage I was 165, and I weighed in this past week nearly 100 pounds heavier than it at night after fucking 6 meals and a shitload of water and stuff, but still crazy to think. So 253, I'm feeling every part of it, as you can imagine, as you can probably tell by my voice. But 2 weeks left to pushing up. Then we hold for 2 months, clear out, have a break, and refresh. Then 2 months again, push up, and then it's prep. Prep is here, so it's just around the corner now, but it's actually here for these boys.
Oh, mate.
Come on, push. One more, come on.
Alright, so we got 2 shows in the pipeline at the moment. We'll see what happens. So we got 4th of May, FitX.
Yes.
Week after NABA.
Yes.
You did extremely well last year, didn't you, under Dave? What did you walk away with in the end?
First timers, NABA first place, and I done the IBFA, Philly, novice first place, and category 3 first place, and then Britain, NABA third.
And the overall at the Welsh.
Yeah.
And the overall at the Welsh, which was tight. That was a tight. So what's your expectations this year? So, I mean, obviously you must have been happy with that because it was a wicked fucking first season.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, you know, I'm under no illusion. It's, you know, stepping now out of the first timers and novices into a class. I mean, for instance, like just going up to NABA, Britain, and seeing, you know, some of the you know, the difference in
The level.
Yeah, levels and sizes and.
But it should be in something of that like stature, like a Britain, you know, a British.
Yeah.
Should be that level. You shouldn't be coming up against boys that you'd perhaps come up against in a regional or a Welsh one. But what weight was you on stage last year?
85, 86 kilo.
85, 86. And then you obviously had your little post show And then we started on, like, we had a little bit of a health phase, didn't we? Starting off, and then went into a nice off season. What did you weigh in? Like, I know obviously you're checking, but what was our peak weight before we started prep? So about 05 or something?
106.
106.
Yeah.
So we got up to 106. But I think you'll agree, in terms of your current 106 compared to your previous 106 that you've had, there's a bit of a difference in terms of like body comp and it. And that just comes from obviously being off the back of a show as well. Yeah. But remember, you went straight into a prep, so your 106 previously would have been slightly different because your body's holding fat in a different way, and obviously when you've done a prep and you have that rebound phase, your body is going to hold on to fat in a different way, and it might be distributed a little bit better as well. So your 106 is always going to look a little bit better, especially when you be mindful that, right, I want to get back on fucking stage, so I don't want to let myself go to shit, like, so. No, it should be interesting. I mean, whatever we get to body weight wise, we get to. Yeah. We've allowed ourselves like that 20-week window of prep, but what we have done is, because we, in terms of obviously post-show, there's only a certain window of opportunity you've got to obviously push things PD wise, and obviously with bodybuilding it is what it is, but we've also got to make sure that we're looking after our health. And health, I think all my clients will agree, I'll always like prioritize that above any other goals that we've got, because that's what I do for myself as well. So with Math, we did a little health phase when he comes to me, then we've done an off-season phase, but we're not going to go straight into a prep off the back of an off-season phase when we've done 20 weeks of fucking pushing stuff. We need to pull it back. So what we've essentially done, which I've not done with anyone previously, is we've started a prep just on TRT, and we're going to run that health phase at the initial stages of prep. But the good thing with that is, like, we know that when food is cleaned up and cardio is introduced and all those things that we do on prep is brought in, body fat's going to come off anyway. That's the easy part of getting shit off. When the body needs to kind of retain the muscle tissue, everything will be back in the mix then, and that's where that is going to play its role better. So yeah, we've got another few weeks yet before we even look at that type of shit, but so far so good. Food's high, boy's happy. Yeah. He's singing to his missus in the kitchen on his story every day. Sure, she's enjoying it. But nah, it should be fun, bro. Lucas Collins, Instagram's favourite transformation guy. So we're on prep. Wasn't going to be this soon, but it is what it is. You explain why. Obviously, we said like we could either go in off season or prep.
Yeah, so we were going to do FitX, which would have been September, basically last year. Yeah. We did the Welsh FitX and all, but bits and pieces moved around, the calendar dictated, and we've just come into the end of the health phase, and we just decided really we'll jump in and do a couple of the Welsh shows, because they're around the same time.
You know, there potentially will probably be another FitX show later in the year. Yeah, without risking that, because he really wanted to do that show again. He was like, right, well, we know this date is exactly, that date, it's on the calendar. So let's just take it before going into an off season, then having to, because it wouldn't have been a long off season anyway if we were going to do that show that we originally did. So I thought, right, okay, I think a better option is take this show, take this prep. We're going to be better than last year's prep, 100%, because this is actually a prep, not, should we have a fucking score a show? And then go into an off season, which will then be a solid year to 18-month off season to go again. But this is going to be an exciting one, because he's going to get to see and feel what true condition is, and everyone else will get to see it as well, because the show last year, we could see exactly what's going on there. And obviously we did incredible. But this year, I think it'll be more of a case of like cementing the fact that he does actually belong on a fucking bodybuilding stage, and everyone believes that anyway, Thank you, mate. I think, everyone since the show has been like messaging you and stuff in it, and community-wise and all that. So it's very cool to see, it's very cool to witness, because obviously I've been through myself personally, but then to put someone else through it and then see what they've had, which I remember, it's very like reminiscent for me, a bit of nostalgia, like going back to when I first did my transformation and how people react on social media and that. So yeah, it's cool, man. So we're into week two, day one. As you can see, ladies and gents, Luke and Mathew are freshly shaven for today. Right then, let's do some, let's just do quarter turns. So let's do front relaxed 5-second holds, right? Good, quarter turn to the right. Good, face to front. Front double. Ground up. Side chest. Like it's the starting point, do you know what I mean? So like, I know this is like, oh my God, I've been dieting 1 week, but this is like, to look back on this in fucking 20 weeks, you're gonna be like, ah, yes, fucking done the work, like, so it's all about just looking back at this moment, innit? We all need a starting point as well, so, and like, you know what your starting point was last time, and you know what your starting point was last time. So yeah, pausing wise now, I would say at this point, you wanna be doing it twice a week, 3 rounds twice a week, and 5-second holds as well. So download an app or something. There's one called like Round Timer, where you can set how many rounds and how many seconds each round, and then obviously after each beat, then it'll go to the next one. That's a good little one to have. But no, that's a wicked point to be in. Right, so that is it. The boys are off. They're dressed and gone. Wicked video that, and it was good to see a little insight into those two at this point of prep, because I know they're not going to go out their way and get a videographer and get all the content. Obviously, yeah, I know it's going on my channel. It's essentially, you know, my content, but these boys are going to be able to look back on this in 6 months' time and fucking 6 years' time. So it's a cool thing to give back to the boys, really. And I plan on doing it quite a bit this year, actually, with the guys doing the shows and anyone like on the team. I fucking hate that. Oh, you're on the team, you know, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyone that is coached by me and is going, you know, towards a goal, then I'll obviously put the effort into getting content done for sure. As for me, it's just off season for another 4.5 months. So still me doing this. Other stuff that's going on is podcast. Yes, I've had a couple of questions on Insta and all that. The podcasts are coming back. I've got a couple scheduled in actually with single guests, and then we'll get the Boyo Chat one back up and running. I think Richie's out in Dubai for either a month or 2 months, so we'll see if we can get us all on the same timeline to get one in with him. And that is about it. So I'll get lads booked in for a couple of weeks' time when I've got something else cool worth documenting. Maybe go on a road trip or something up to the shed, get something in, see if Sarah's free, or even James. Maybe get James back on the channel. He's not been on it for a few years. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Yeah.